Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and I'm bringing you another one of our Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon Wi-Fi battles, viewer battles with you folks out there. My opponent today is Gabe, I believe you pronounced that. And we're going to get started with our single battles. Now, I'm using the same team I used in the previous one. If you don't know who I'm using, I'll give you a quick rundown of them. But basically, you can check out the full sort of team recap in the previous battle. But we'll show you who we are working with once we get our team selected. The participating team is going to be my team number 2, Shelbert the Squirtle with the Eviolite and Torrent ability, Pikachu with Holding Light Ball, Pikachu holding Light Ball with Static ability, and the... yeah, holding Light Ball. I guess that's it. And we have Squeak the Eradicate holding the Focus Sash with the Guts ability. We have Chirp the Pidgeot with Keen Eye ability holding the Pidgeotite for Mega Evolution. We have Critter the Butterfree with Compound Eyes ability holding the Buginium Z. And we have Rocky the Sandslash with Sand Veil ability and holding the Expert Belt, I believe. So let's choose the proper music here. I'm going to go with this music here. Another one of my favorite tracks. I have a lot of favorite tracks here in the Gen 7 games of Sun and Moon in the Alola region, and I'm choosing one of the favorites right now. So let's see what Gabe has. Now, I'm asking for these battles to be no legendaries, no Ultra Beast. Let's see. We do see everything is well in hand, so it's a pretty decent team. We have some fire typing, so we see some water weaknesses. We see... what do we see for multiple weaknesses here? Some possible dark weakness in the Slowking and the Mimikyu. Of course, Mimikyu has the Disguise. We only see 3 held items, though. Interesting. Alright, so if we see them lead with the Leafeon or the Slowking, that's not the best lead for good old Rocky to lead with, but I'm going to bring him in anyway. We'll get the Stealth Rocks up. And I'll just bring everybody else, of course. All that really matters is your lead Pokemon, and then you can choose the other 5 and send them in as necessary. So, I've chosen the Totem Battle music, and again, I'm still left-handed. Alright, that's it. Making a point, after this battle, go to the guy north of Mali City. I had to stop and think. I was going to say Kiawe City, but no, Kiawe was one of the trial captains. Gotta go north of Mali City. Gotta get my throwing style back to where it should be. Rocky the Sandslash, the non-Alola form, leads as Incineroar leads. Alright, so Dark or Fire could be potential from this thing. But given the fact that I have a ground type out, would Gabe want to switch their Pokemon out? They could very well. What would they switch into? Probably I'd say the Leafeon to resist the ground. So that might be the switch. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock to get things started up here. Hopefully we can survive a hit if they go for an attack. We're faster? How slow is Incineroar? I was not expecting Rock to be that fast. And we see Darkest Lariat. Physically offensive? Maybe, and if so, we might survive. Oh, we easily handle that. Alright, good job, Rocky. So, Stealth Rocks are up. Would they go for a switch? I don't know. I'm going to go with a Hone Claws, I think, since we are quicker. They might switch out. Alright, so we get our Hone Claws up. Accuracy is boosted, and attack is boosted as well. Now, this works better, of course, if we're going to use something like... oh, that's a special base attack. But if we were going to use something like Rock Slide, I have it intended with... no! Rocky goes down. Alright, but we got the Stealth Rocks up. At least Rocky got that much. What do you think? Should I bring in good old Shelbert the Squirtle? I think so. Shelbert didn't have a chance to do anything last time, but we're going to bring him in now. Okay, so we know Rock Tomb, as long as it connects this time, will slow the opponents down. Do we have... let me see what they have on their team. Anything that can really resist... nothing will resist the Rock Tomb, which is good. So we're going to go with that. I just noticed it's a female Incineroar. Pretty cool. I just got done doing a link trade with somebody who wanted to trade off. They traded a Golbat, and I'm just randomly trading off stuff that I've bred. And I traded off a female Poplio that I've bred to have Aqua Ring, which is kind of cool. So I have a number of those Poplio remaining if anyone's interested in doing some trades at some point. So we lower the speed of the Leafeon. I think... physically offensive. Chirp is probably our better switch-in, but Critter will double resist the grass attack. So I'm going to Critter the Butterfree. We can't Sleep Powder this thing to sleep, but we could, of course, Signal Beam it. We could try to predict a switch into something going for Electro Web, perhaps. We see Giga Drain. Not bad. Our special defense is going to handle that nicely. And So, what is likely to happen here? They've still got everything on their team, basically. Leafeon would be immune to, of course, the sleep powder. Is there anything it could really hit me with right now? Because I could try a sleep powder, predicting a switch. But, you know, I think the safest thing right here, I'm just going to go for a Tailwind, get our speed boosted up. We're going to see a switch, probably. Yeah, Leafeon's going to get out of there. Can't really handle a Bug-type hit. Incineroar comes back in. Alright, we're going with the Tailwind. So we get some Stealth Rock damage, which is pretty nice. We didn't get to use the Buginium Z last time. Should I go for it right now? I kind of want to. We could just go for a basic Signal Beam, which is neutral, but I think, you know what? I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Maybe I should go for a safe Sleep Powder. I'm going to Sleep Powder first. That is the safest bet. I want to get the Z attack off, but I want to make sure we're safe if possible. So we're going to put the Incineroar to sleep. Then I guess we could go for the Buginium Z. So as I'm recording this battle, I just recently got back from, admittedly, I did go Pokemon Going. I mean, I don't want to just... Let me just fire off the Z move first, and then I'll talk about Pokemon Go. So, I use Pokemon Go as a means to get me out walking around, going different places and stuff, and I decided, like, something that I like to do is I use a walking app called Rescue Walk to raise money for my local SPCA, Animal Rescue League, and I thought, if I'm not going to be doing Pokemon Go at all, it's kind of going to diminish how much I'm going to be raising for them, because I might not have as much incentive to walk around as many places. So, I'm just doing it minimally, but I did manage to take down a level 5 gym and get my coins for the day. How much do we do to the Incineroar? Not quite a knockout. We're bringing it into Blaze range, so that is kind of scary. But, given how slow this thing is, even if Tailwind does fade, I think we'll be safe. Should I go for Electro Web? Let me think. They could switch into... They wouldn't switch into the Slowking, but anything that comes in, I'd rather slow down, so I'm going to go with the Electro Web, which should be a knockout if Incineroar stays in. If they switch out, we can get Speed Drop on whatever else comes in. So what is the Incineroar planning to do? Incineroar does escape, so it's going to faint to the next time Stealth Rocks comes in. We're going to break the Disguise on Mimikyu, which the Stealth Rock does not do, but Electro Web will handle. Do we still get the Speed Drop? I think we do. We do. Okay, so the only thing Disguise does is protect you from 1 damage, but no, stat change or anything like that. Alright, Tailwind is gone, but we are, I'm going to say, faster than this thing thanks to the Speed Drop. Can Critter's probably our best bet to deal with the... No, you know what? I was going to say he's our best bet to deal with the Leafeon, but we still got our Mega Pidgeot. So, yeah, I guess we're going to leave Critter in. We're just going to go with a decent Signal Beam. Might get confusion on this thing. Oh, you got Speed Boost from the... or Speed Priority from the Shadow Sneak. Well, we handle it okay, though. So, Signal Beam fires off. Minimal damage. We might get confusion, though. No, we don't. So if you're going to Shadow Sneak... I'm thinking maybe Squeak might be good. It's going to be immune to the Shadow Sneak. Now, the only thing we can hit this thing with, of course, from Squeak is going to be our Sucker Punch, which is neutral. Ghost is weak to it, but Fairy is resistant. But no effect, no damage, no impact, no nothing on Squeak. So our safest bet is... gonna be Sucker Punch, but hang on. Are they gonna switch? Predicting something here. They could go for a Fairy-type hit. I'm just gonna try Double Edge and see if I can predict a switch here. They do switch out. Alright, so we're gonna be able to Double Edge the Slowking, which is not bad. I think you're more specially defensive than physically. So this should do a decent amount, I'm hoping. Come on, Squeak! Do it up, buddy. Ow, that hurts quite a lot, and I think one more will drop the Slowking. Let's go for that. If they switch into the Mimikyu, that is fine. It's not going to be able to hurt us. Well, it could have something like, a Fairy-type hit, but I think Squeak just takes down the Slowking. Nice job, Squeak. Who would have expected Eradicate to be able to put in as much work as Squeak is doing here? And it's not even a Alolan Eradicate with super effective Dark-type boost on Psychic types. Alright, what do we see? Snorlax maybe comes in. The choice is being made. If Snorlax comes in, I'm thinking I could try to counter. Or we see Salazzle. Now, that's a bit of a problem. We see the Stealth Rock damage, of course. I could just try for a Sucker Punch. Like, I'm pretty sure this thing can one-hit KO Squeak at the HP he's currently at. Our safest bet is probably going to be Sucker Punch. I'm going to do that. We do get some damage off. Not bad, not bad. Flamethrower, yes, that's going to hurt quite a decent amount, of course. Do you take it, buddy? Wow, okay. I was not expecting you to be able to handle that. Are you fast, Salazzle, is the question. Either way, I'm going to Sucker Punch. Because unless they have a setup move, which they don't seem to go for. Now this thing falls to the next Stealth Rock damage as well. So that's 2 fire types that we don't need to worry about. We still have Critter on the team too. We haven't lost him yet, have we? No, we haven't. I think it's time for a little bit of speed. Not priority exactly, but we're going to bring Pikachu in. Pikachu hasn't done anything just yet. If we can scare this thing out, which we're probably not going to, they probably realize they're going to lose it on the switch in with Stealth Rocks. Incineroar is asleep. The Leafeon, if they are to switch something in, the Leafeon's going to be the switch. The Slowking is still around too. Mimikyu is pretty weak as it is. It doesn't show the HP unless, do I tap them? No, it doesn't show you the current HP of the opposing Pokemon. I'm just going to go with a, I want to show off the Body Slam. Let's go with that. Come on, Pikachu. This is what was... Oh, this might take you out, actually. Body Slam is what I think was preventing Pikachu from being able to be used for a while. Well, we survive it. We get the static off. Cool. Like, he wasn't being able to use to be... Or being usable in, like, the raiding battles, because I think the game didn't realize Body Slam was a move he could have from back in the Fire Red days. So, if it's going to mess things up for Pikachu's chances, although he is usable now, I want to show it off. So, we just saw Body Slam right there. Wonder, can we pull this off without needing... Mega Evolution? I don't know, we'll have to find out. But let's see what Gabe sends in next. We've still got... The Snorlax hasn't come in yet, so it could still come in at full HP. Wouldn't have many ways to deal with that. We've lost... We haven't lost Squeak yet, have we? Or did we just lose him now? I'm losing track of what's happening. Incineroar faints at least, so we are at 3 knockouts. And we know, of course, well, Salazzle already fell right here. So we're left with Leafeon, Snorlax, and Mimikyu. Here comes the Snorlax. It's in a Cherish Ball, so this is going to have... it's probably going to have the Snorlium Z. We're going to see Pulverizing Pancake in a moment. As far as my team, I have lost Squeak and Rocky. So, Snorlax is pretty especially defensive. Given that, I think... our best bet is probably just to Body Slam this as well. Pikachu probably has done everything he can, for the most part. Let's just go Body Slam. Try to get the Paralysis if possible, but if not, we might even get the Paralysis on static once it Pulverizing Pancakes me, or just Body Slams me back. Goodbye, Pikachu. But your static has done so well. Oh, it didn't. At least we paralyzed the Salazzle when it Poison Jabbed us. Alright. I think Shelbert is the least useful remaining, or against the remaining Pokemon, so he's coming in right now. Can we luck out and get a Scald Burn, maybe? You know, as I said, this thing, Snorlax, is more specially defensive than physically, but if we can get the burn on this, it's going to be great. They might have Rest. Oh, can we handle the Pulverizing Pancake? I don't know, we got the Eviolite. This is going to be interesting to see. Come on. Hit me with everything you got. Do it, Snorlax. We're going to see a pretty interesting looking, I almost said bug move. No, I used Bugginium Z. A pretty interesting species-specific Z move in Pulverizing Pancake. Come on, Shelbert. You can handle this, buddy. You're trained for defense. You've got the Eviolite. This is just a Snorlax. Just a Snorlax. And he handles the Pulverizing Pancake. Excellent. But we do see this thing's faster, though. We get the burn! Yes! Alright. Now, I want to try to slow this thing down in case it goes for Rest. We're going to Rock Tomb it. Just go for the Brick Break. Will we handle this? It's not Stab. Shelbert, man, you are a tank, buddy. I think with the Torrent boost, Scald might bring you down. Is Shelbert going to get a knockout on a Pulverizing Pancaking Snorlax? Come on, throw me some likes down below, folks. Give me some encouragement. Cheer on Shelbert, our Squirtle here. I'm sure Gabe doesn't want to see his Snorlax lose to a Squirtle, but if it happens, it happens. Nah, nowhere near close to a knockout. Body Slam probably going to take us down because of the stab, of course. Yep, down goes Shelbert, but he put in a lot of good work on this massive, beastly tank of Snorlax. Do you think it's time to bust out the Mega Evolution? Not yet. We'll hold off on that for a little bit. I'm going to bring Critter back in. I think we're safe to set up the Tailwind. So we're going to go with that. Snorlax might go for rest here. I could have gone for the knockout, but we don't see it holding the Chesto Berry. Of course, it's holding the Z Crystal. There's the rest attack. Alright. Totally acceptable. We can go for some nice stab power of the Signal Beam, and if it wakes up, we can just go for Sleep Powder again. Put it to sleep before it gets its health back. So, Critter's now going to outspeed, most certainly, because of the Tailwind, but of course, it's a Snorlax. So it's going to go for the nice stab power of Signal Beam. We're going to see any switching out, because we still have the Stealth Rocks up on the opposing side. How much can we do with the Signal Beam? Come on, Critter. Not really that much, about 20%. Going to be like 5 hits for a knockout. But if we're lucky, we can lower this thing down nicely and then predict when it's going to wake up. Well, we know it's going to wake up. There's one turn of sleep, it's going to have another turn of sleep. It's going to wake up on the third turn. Try to go for a hit, which, now that it's not burned, it might actually bring me down. But we get the confusion off of the Signal Beam. So it will wake up now, at which point I can go for Sleep Powder after this. Try to get some more damage off with the Signal Beam. I like this. I like the, like, I expect, you know, my guys are not going to do super well in, like, the high-level rating battles and stuff, but I like doing some battles against you folks out there so you can show some of your favorite Pokemon off, and I can show some of my favorite Pokemon off, so it's not, like, I find with the rating battles, oh, Critter goes down. I find with the rating battles, it comes down to you have to have top-notch teams of Pokemon, right? And there's certain Pokemon that basically, like, how many times do you not see a Garchomp on a top-level rating team, you know? How many times do you not see, like, a Greninja with Protein? You see a lot of things like that, but I like how this you can use whoever you want, and it's more personal that way. So we are going to do the safe thing, of course, go for the Mega Evolution, and go for the nice stab power of Hurricane. Try to bring down the Snorlax before it can go for the rest. Here we see the Pidgeotite that I earned so well, kind of, in the Kanto X Alola competition. Mega Pidgeot once again. Go for the Hurricane. Is it a knockout? Snorlax falls to the Hurricane. So left is Mimikyu and the Leafeon. Leafeon we can easily handle with the Hurricane, and Mimikyu. How much energy did you have left? Can't remember how much damage we dealt to the Mimikyu. I don't think we did a lot. Can't remember. We're gonna find out though. I guess that's one downside to, like, they show you what the opposing team is remaining, but they don't show you the HP. All I'm going to do is go for another Hurricane, which I think is going to be a knockout to Leafeon here. Look at the colors of Mega Pidgeot's feathers there. I love that. Very bright and colorful. I really don't know where the blue comes from, but it adds a nice bit of more rainbowish colors. You know, that's more of a rainbow Pokemon than Ho-Oh if you look at it. Do we have a new Ho-Oh vying for the top spot of all Ho-Oh in the Pokedex, which is just the one right now? I don't know. Mimikyu is the final Pokemon. Yeah, it's still a decent HP. I'm going to give them one shot to hit me, because that's their last Pokemon. I'm going to go with a Heat Wave, just to use that. Of course, we have no guard ability, so whatever attack they go for is going to land against us, too. But if we're lucky, we'll get a burn. Not that I really need one or want one, but X-Scissor. You can learn X-Scissor? That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, the Tailwind is still up. Let's just go with another Heat Wave. Hurricane would be a bit too much power to knock this thing out. Heat Wave is going to be like the lightest tap we can hit it with to bring it down. And that's what we're going to go for. So this was a close match. It brought us right down to our last Pokemon. But fortunately, Mega Evolution does pull through, and Chirp comes out the winner, the last remaining team member of my team for this battle. So I want to say thanks to my opponent, Gabe, for a decent battle, keeping me on my toes a little bit there. Pretty fun stuff, and I like the chance to show off my Pokemon. How about Shelbert taking that battle against Snorlax? Very nice. So if you enjoyed today's episode, everybody, feel free to drop a like down below, of course, and feel free to leave a comment letting me know what you thought of the battle, and give congratulations to Gabe for a very well-fought battle against me there, and feel free to drop me some compliments, too, for managing to get the win. I don't want to be all like, I won, yay. Like, I'm having fun with this, that's the point of this. I want to have fun and give you folks a chance to shine on the channel as well. So with all that, I guess we are now done. Feel free to check out some links to some videos that I've done in the outro. I was going to say in the description. In the outro down below, and a link to subscribe to the channel for more daily content if you're not currently subscribed. And we'll be doing some more Pokemon viewer battles here in the world of Sun and Moon, as well as Pokemon TCG viewer battles as well. I'll probably be recording those this coming weekend, so stay tuned for that. But we are done once again, as I said. I want to say once more, thanks for checking out today's video, and Professor Chaz is signing off, and I will catch you next time.